Hello, my name is Lourdes Ruh. I'm a docent at the Meadows Museum in Dallas. And today I'm going to talk about one of the museum's most prized possessions, Salvador Dali's Poisson, translated The Fishman. It is a small surrealist oil painting on canvas, only 10.5 by 7.5 inches, painted in 1930, and reflects Dali's boundless imagination. Until recently, it was known as La Femme Poisson, or the Fish Woman. Does it look like a man or a woman? Let me first address what Surrealism means. It is a visual and literary movement that began in the early 1920s. Many Surrealist artists used spontaneous drawings to unlock ideas from their unconscious minds and to depict dream worlds or desires. Who was Salvador Dalí? He hardly needs an introduction, right? With his outrageous antiques, including his long signature mustache and his weird paintings, Dalí captured the public's imagination and to this day remains a touchstone of the Surrealist movement. He could also display a supreme confidence. I quote, he used to say, "Each morning when I awake, I experience again a supreme pleasure, that of being Salvador Dalí," unquote. Dalí was born in 1904 in the Catalan town Figueras, Spain, and died in 1989. He studied art in Madrid and Barcelona, and it was not until the late 1920s when two events greatly influenced his mature artistic style. First, his discovery of the founder of psychoanalysis, Sigmund Freud, and his writings on the erotic significance of subconscious imagery. And second, his affiliation with the Paris Surrealists, a group of artists and writers. He spent summers in the seaside village of Cadaqués, where he painted the coastal landscape. In the summer of 1929, Dalí met his future wife, Gala, a Russian immigrant 10 years his senior. Dalí fell madly in love with her, and the legendary couple Gala Dalí was born. She became his lifelong companion, his manager, his muse, and his inspiration. Now let's look at the painting closely. Poisson features numerous visual references of his wife. On the bottom right edge, we see a tiny dedication, "Pour Olivette," one of the different diminutives he called Gala. The meaning behind this work is not easy to grasp. In the painting, a bust in profile on a pedestal is prominently on display in an open, dry, dusty plain painted in warm shades of yellow. For Dalí, this becomes the plain of La Mancha, across which Don Quixote wandered in his madness. The head of the figure is formed of flesh-colored fish around the face of a clock, hence the name of the painting. Notice in the upper left corner there's a woman's red shoe lying next to a long wall, and if you look carefully, the image of a second shoe appears in the chest of the figure. The shoe was likely meant to symbolize Gala. Notice the cypress tree and a couple of pebbles that complete the scene, all of the different objects casting eerie shadows. We can ascribe Freudian and Dalínian symbolism to much of what we see in his work. Each object in this work is very recognizable, but this scene would not be found in real life. Such a combination of objects comes from the dream world of the master of Surrealism, Salvador Dalí. Thank you.